Hi guys, it's Mrs. Santiago here, and I just wanted to do a quick video to help you complete the OneNote page 10 notes for the O to U-E, the O to U-E stem changing verbs. So you can see where I am. I'm in your OneNote. I'm in Chapter 5, House and Home. I'm on page 10, Poder and O to U-E stem changing verbs. So we already did the Poder notes, and now we're going to do the OTUE stem changing verb notes. So again, I'm going to get rid of the table of contents. I'm going to make the note page a little bit bigger so that we can take the notes. I'm going to go to draw. I'm going to make sure I'm on my green pen. And let's take some notes. So the reason this is ODUE is across the whole chart verb area where you usually put the verb name is because we're doing a whole category of verbs. So we're looking at verbs like dormir and almorzar. Dormir, to sleep, almorzar, to eat lunch. So these are all going to be three-step process. We're going to chop off the ending, and here it could be an IR, an AR, or an ER. Okay, step 2, we're going to change, and here we know that it's an O to UE stem. And then step 3, we're going to add back in the endings that we're going to write right now. So the endings are going to be tricky, right? Because it depends on what verb we're using. So if it is an AR verb, it's going to be O, as, a, amos, and on. If it is an ER verb, it's going to be O, ace, a, amos, n. And if it's an IR verb, it's also O, ace, a, and n, but then here it's an IMOS. Okay, we have to choose one, so let's choose dormir. Goes with our house unit. So I'm going to scroll up a little. I'm going to choose the example verb I'm going to use is dormir, which means to sleep. And again, this is just an example because we're really doing the whole category. So in dormir, I'm looking at this O, and it has to change. When I chop, I'm left with DORM. So I'm going to make the stem changes everywhere. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to switch to do the stem changes. I'm going to do the stem changes. I'm going to do them in a blue. So I'm going to do DUERM, 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 DUERM. And then here I'm going to switch to kind of a pinky color because I have to go back to the original, which is just DORM. And you can see I have the original O there. Now when I switch back to the green, I'm going to add the endings back in. So remember, yo ends in O, so it's duermo. I have 2 big toes, so 2 big toes. That means it's an ES, duermes. This is an IR verb, remember. So 1 person, 1 vowel. So duerme, the vowel comes from the ending. And then 2 or more people, they go in the van. So it's duermen. Os, os. This is an IR verb, so it's IMOS. Dormimos. So everybody repeat on. Duermo, duermes, duerme. Dormimos, duermen. Well, when we look at it, I'm going to choose this time I'm going to use a blue. I'm going to use my blue highlighter, and I'm going to go ahead and kind of draw in that footwear shape. You remember what it is, right? See if you recognize it. Okay, I'm drawing that in because we see the stem change of O to UE. Okay, it didn't work out very good in the highlighter, but I'll do it again in a dark purple so you can see it. Okay, it is an O to UE stem changer inside the boot. Okay, let's go ahead and practice a couple. So we're going to practice here, and I want you to continue on. So here, no, it says it's kind of glowing. Complete the sentences with the verb at the end of the sentence. So remember, here we're going to be taking these verbs at the end. So I'm going to do one with you, and that'll leave you 5 to do on your own. Now watch, because this is the part that's changing, right? I'm going to underline it here so you can see. And we have a couple of verbs here. So almorzar, to eat lunch. Dormir, to sleep. Almorzar, to eat lunch. Volver, to return. Dormir, to sleep. And contar, to count. Okay, let's do that first one. So mis amigos, how many people are we talking about? 2 or more people. Are you included or no? If you are not included, because I don't see an EO there, I'm going to go down to this lower section, so it should be an EN. So I'm going to make the stem change, right? So it's al. Now I'm going to stem change that O to UE, muer, and then Z, E. Is it an, it's an AR verb. So I'm going to, let me see. I got to watch that ending. So it's almuerzan. Mis amigos almuerzan en la cafeteria. So again, watch it, because this is go back to my highlighter, right? This is an IR. This is an AR. This was an AR. This is an ER. This is an IR. And this is an AR. We have a variety. We have one of each one. So watch those endings to make sure you're taking the correct endings. Where do I get the endings from? Just scroll up, and we've got them right here. Okay, these are the endings that you're going to use depending on what type of verb it is. Okay, so that leaves you with a few to finish. So you've got to finish these for practice, and I guess I would call it homework. If you have any questions, please communicate with me and let me know. But I believe, since you just did poder above, that you can complete this as well. All right, you got this. Gracias. Hasta luego.